Iannix, tell us about it.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Good evening. I'm Guillaume. I'm a French interactive designer in Paris. And so tonight I will present you Iannix and make a demo. Here is Matthieu. He works in design in Berlin. And he's here because it's his birthday today. That's the best present I can give him. Before making some noise and music with Iannix, I just want to make a short history of Iannix because it's very important to know how it comes, how the idea comes. In the 70s, the great Greek architect, musician, composer, mathematician, engineer, Iannis Xenakis designed a new instrument called Upic. The idea of the Upic is that you can draw some shapes, lines, arcs, and you can turn these drawings into music. Maybe a small video with Xenakis himself.
Ici le lieu où Iannis Xenakis crée en partie ses œuvres, un minuscule laboratoire d'ici les Moulineaux, au centre d'études de mathématiques et automatique musicale, où un ordinateur appelé unité polyagogique met en musique des dessins.
So you can see that it's not a machine that only turns drawings into spectrum. The idea is that it's a musical instrument that will interpret the drawing by making a synthesis, very complex synthesis. And you can play with these instruments thanks to the small pen, like here, and you press, and you play, and you act as a timeline. You have the time on the horizontal axis and the frequencies on the vertical axis. So, just a few months after Xenakis' death, the French Ministry of Culture asked Thierry Cauduis, it's him, it's an expert in digital arts and in electroacoustics. He works with Stockhausen, Berriot, Reich. He's now the assistant of Pascal Dussapin. So Thierry made a report on the CEMAMU. The CEMAMU was the name of the laboratory where the Upic was born. And after this report, the ministry asked him how to continue this work on the Upic of the Xenakis. He said, well, we can't do something else. The future of the Upic is not possible without Xenakis, but maybe we can make another project based on Xenakis' ideas. And this project is Iannix. The idea is that it will use graphical drawings, to generate, not to generate sound, but to generate events. These events, this time, can be sent to other softwares, to other real-time environments, such as processing, PureData, SuperCollider, or synthesizers, hardware, actuators. Well, it's a sequencer for digital arts. And the first version of Iannix was made with Adrien Lefebvre and Gérard Pep, And there are three main stuff to do scores in Iannix.
Three main objects. So we're going to see like how it's working in real time. So Guillaume is going to do a quick demo. So we have, as you saw the triggers that are particular events in the space. So we can add them. And then we have the curve. Can you draw a curve? Thank you. And this curve is going to bind space and time with a cursor on it. So let's play it. So it's going to sound like a bit like we saw on the video, frequency and time. Okay, can you do it again with the triggers. And you can hear the triggers are triggering some events, some notes. Thank you. Okay, it's really basic, but it's working. So now that we are using it like this, we can imagine like more funny things to do with it, like more complex scores. Can you add some more stuff? Yeah. The thing is to be able to read it from left to right, from right to left, vertically, horizontally, maybe a circle. So you can draw what you want and hear what your drawings sound like. Then maybe you want to talk about scripts? So as you can see here, we are adding multiple cursor on the curve. So it's installing a polytemporality in the score. So we thought of Iannix as graphical programming, as you can see. So Guillaume was just drawing, adding the points on the and the curves. But you can do it mathematically with script. So like coding, and so you can draw like this kind of shapes. So the score that you just saw is already written, but we can maybe imagine something in real time. So I'm going to take this mic, and I'm going to control a curve, the length of a curve with the mic. So if I'm talking like this, I'm a robot. I'm kind of, yeah, the more I talk, the louder I talk, the smaller the curve is at the end. So if I'm speaking really loudly, it's kind of changing in real time what's going on. Yo. And Guillaume is going to talk about a new aspect of Iannix, the retroactivity. Sounds complicated, but it's really simple.
But you have to be brave because it's not that simple. So you saw that we have different ways to create scores. And the last one is retroactivity. The idea is that Iannix can output data, it can input also data. So what we want to do is to put the outputs on the inputs. So we're going to make a Larsen with score, okay, a graphical feedback. And how can we do that? Here, the idea is the first cursor will control the speed of the second one. The second one will control the speed of the third one, the third the fourth. And the fourth one will control the speed of the first one. Okay? The speed is calculating in the vertical axis. I mean here it's about 0.5 on the units. So the speed of the second one will be 0.5. And so on. So if I start it, you can see that I only wrote this rule. Each cursor controls the second one, and you have something very stable. It's like a filter in analog signal processing. You have something stable, and we have here a kind of filter, graphical filter. It's very beautiful, so I give it. So we made a small example for you and demonstration with other controller, because here we always use additive synthesis, which is not really not the best one. So I give you the mic because I need to.
The gig is working. So yeah, we did an example with 3 parts. The first part is controlling gending, which is a really complicated thing. But the thing you have to know is, can you show me the screen, please? So the first part over there on the left. So the blue thing is going to be the frequency. It's going to be control the frequency. The pink one, just above, is going to control saturation, and the green one is going to control other complicated parameters. I can't really remember stuff. And the second part is going to control this machine over there, which is a Moog. So we're going to control the octave, and we're going to do a filter with it. And the last part, you already saw it, but we're going to play with a wave file. So let's do it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
So that was a short demo of what we can do with Iannix. And if you have questions, we have a lot of projects that we made with Iannix on the website that we don't have the address, but iannix.org. And thank you.
Guillaume, Matthieu, thank you so much.